We are just going to do a group buy on water storage containers and buckets, and I want to show you all the goods and then explain a few things. First of all, this is a 55-gallon barrel, which I'm sure you all know, and this lid that fits right there is called a bung lid, and it's really nice to have some kind of thing to get the bung lid tight in and tight out. You can use a pair of pliers, put it down there with the handles in, and use that for leverage to turn it. Or some bucket wrenches have bung attachments. This simple bucket wrench doesn't. We're not going to offer these. This deluxe bucket wrench does. That's the bung attachment right there. Put it in like that and turn. And this wrench also has a gas meter turn-off thing. And then this one has a bung attachment also. Put in there, use it to tighten. We are hoping that you will get enough water to have 25 gallons of water per person in your family, including people that might come to your house, like your kids, your grandkids, whoever you think might show up. You actually can't store too much water. You also need some way to get the water out of your barrel. This is a siphon pump. There are two models. We're also going to offer an adjustable drum pump that costs $10. This is $7.50. I will take a picture off the internet of the adjustable drum pump so that you can see it. I don't have one to show you. But you take out the bung lid and then put this down inside. I'm not going to do it right now because this is dirty. And then one of these two bung lids usually has small threads, and then you can screw this in on the small threaded one down in, and then put this wherever you want the water to go, and pump. You could actually get a siphon started with this, but it's tricky. I can show you how if you ever need. Then 5-gallon water containers. This is the 5-gallon jug that is not stackable, and the blue stackable 5-gallon jugs. Both of these lids will work for this spigot, which is only $1 each. So you put it in, and then when you actually, if you're going to use it, have to poke a hole down inside the lid, and on this you take this off and poke a hole. The holes aren't poked in advance, obviously, for storage. Once you get this in how you want it, then you can set that down and then have easy dispensing of your water. Okay, now let's take these and move around to the buckets. On this group buy, we're going to offer 3 sizes of buckets: 4 1/4 gallons, 5 gallons, and 6 gallons. We are hoping that every family will order 18 5-gallon buckets, because at the end of July we're going to do a program to help you get your 3-month food supply. And that's going to require 18 5-gallon buckets, which really don't take up very much space. About 4 feet across on the floor and then stacked up a wall. And then you'll also need 2 extra buckets, which I will show you for a water filter group buy we're going to do, but we'll come to that in a minute. Also order however many buckets you need so that you can get your food storage out of bags and into something that is safe against rodents and water. Your food storage needs to either be in number 10 cans or in buckets, unless it's in some other kind of can. Okay, now you have to decide what kind of lid you want on your buckets. We're going to offer 2 options. One is called the tear tab lid. It has a big gasket in it, and then like the milk carton lids on some models, this has this thing that tears off, and then you can get it on and off easily. You can put it on a bucket before you tear this off, and then you have to hammer it on, and there's no getting it off until you tear this off. But these are wonderful, and they only cost $1.50, and most people can get them off with their hands. First, let me show you, though, how to tear the tab off. You can do that with your hands, too, but it is easier with pliers. You just pull, 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 and then you just throw it away into your front yard like that. This is how it looks with a big gasket after you have torn that thing off. Here's one on this bucket. I'll show you how you get it off. You just, with your hands, go around on those 4 tabs. And there you go. And to put it on, you don't need to hammer it on. Snap, 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 snap in 4 places. Great for $1.50. If that's a little hard for your hands, you can use a bucket wrench on those 4 tabs, and it's easy to get it off like that. Okay, the other option on lids are Gamma Seal lids. These are the Primo lid. Can't beat these, but they're $5.50 each. So here's how they work. Screw it out. Screw it in. Pretty easy. The ring that comes with it has to be hammered on the bucket in the first place, and once you hammer that on, there's no getting it off. That is a permanent thing. And they come in different colors. Right now, Industrial Container said the people that make Gamma Seal lids are out of white. They're back ordered for months, and they're almost out of blue. So we'll do our best to get you the colors you want, but you won't be getting any white. So we hope again that you will order 18 of these 5-gallon buckets with 18 of either kind of lid, you decide. And then the best option for the water filter, well, let me show you how that works first. This is an Aqua Rain ceramic water filter. We're not offering these. We're going to do a homemade version. But let me show you how it works. This is a stainless steel pot on top of a stainless steel pot with a spigot on the bottom pot. And inside the top pot are 2 ceramic filters. These come with either 2 or 4 usually. Aqua Rain's is one model, Berkey is another model. These usually cost between $200 and $400, which is why we're not going to do it. But you put your water in the top and it works its way through the ceramic, and there's nothing finer than putting something through glass. And inside of these cylinders is activated charcoal. That does have a shelf life, but the ceramic doesn't have a shelf life, and you can sand it down when it gets clogged. They work virtually forever, and they will do thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of gallons. And I think they do something like 1 to 3 gallons an hour. There's no pumping. It's just wonderful. Just put the water in and walk away. Okay, now let me show you, however, the homemade model we're going to do. This is why we want you to order 2 6-gallon buckets right now, and preferably with 2 tear tab lids. For sure, 1 tear tab lid for right in between here. The top one can be Gamma Seal or tear tab. That's not really important. Let me show you how this works. Same kind of idea. First, it will come with a pre-filter bag. This is a 1-micron bag. You would take your dirty water, and if it's really dirty, pour it through a towel first to get any chunks out, junk. Then you pour your water through here and have it go down into there. That pre-filters it. And then it works its way through this little ceramic filter that also has an activated charcoal core, and it has a little cap over it that helps pre-filter the water again. I'll show you how it looks. There you go. It's in there. We don't know for sure the price we'll be able to get on these, but we're hoping, including the buckets, that this whole thing with the pre-filter bag will only cost you maybe $70 or $80 as opposed to $200 to $400. So that is it. You can come over to my house and see anything, demonstrate, try the lids, whatever you like. And we're going to do a 5th Sunday explanation of this whole program, this 18-week program. But just so that you get the idea, every week for 18 weeks we're going to help you get a recipe that is storageable. And then you will have 1 week to try it, tweak it, change it, whatever you want, and then 5 times it at the store. Like spaghetti, for example. Spaghetti is a storageable thing. The pasta, either all the ingredients to make your sauce, or a bottle of ragu or prego, whatever you want, and then you 5 times it at the store and put it in there and store it. And 5 times 18 is 90. That's 3 months worth of dinners.